Hey Halo fan, this is Brett, and I got your request, so I'm gonna try to do that song, Never Forget. Um, I first listened to the original version, and it's mainly like piano or synthesizer or something. So then I looked around on YouTube and I found a guy who did it pretty well on guitar. His name's JSoft42. So I put a link to that video. Also, there's a tab of his version, and it sounds pretty cool. So here's how he does it. First thing you need to do, drop D tuning. So make sure this is D and not E. So that should sound like that, but octave lower. And my guitar is in standard tuning aside from the drop D. So the next thing you do is you have to bar these two. Well, let me just play it once so you can hear it. It's going to go like this. So that's pretty much the idea. So here's the first part. You got a bar 2-2, and then you're gonna put your pinky on 5. And this is a pretty standard thing to do in drop D. So you can either use a pick, or you can just pick the notes like this. So you just bar 2-2 and put your pinky on 5. And you just hold it. Then you gotta slide that shape up. I'll move my other fingers out of the way so that it's all the way up onto 10-10-12. This is also a standard shape in drop D tuning. And the last shape's real easy, 0-0-4. Kind of hurts, but 2-2-5, 10-10-12. Notice I just use my pinky. You could do it like that, but you might as well just keep your pinky on there. Because you're going from 2-2-5, then you just slide your pinky, you slide the whole shape up, 10-10-12. Then you let go of your hand, 0-0-4. Do that once, then you go like this. So I just went up to strings, then back down, and then up to right there. So I'll do it a few times. So it's 2-2-5, 10-10-12, 0-0-4. Do it 2 more times, once slow and once fast. So that's sort of the easy part. After that is the harder part. You've got I played it in the beginning. I played with my thumb, but you could. The JSoft guy does it like that. We're gonna have to hold down this note though. But first you're gonna go. So the way I did it, I hit this string with my thumb, the drop D, the low one, and then I did hammer on it, and then slid to 5th fret. So this is probably the hardest thing, if technically, in the song. So. Just get good at that. Then right away you gotta get your 3rd finger back to 3 and either your thumb or your 1st finger on 2. So either like that or I prefer to use my thumb for some reason, but then after that you go. So here's the whole thing, you go. So at the end I went. So after you do the slide, you hit the top note, then you hit the bass, and then the top note again. So here's the whole thing. Do it a few more times, kind of hard. after that, I think that's an E minor chord. Then you put your middle finger on 3 and your first finger on 2. This is a C major 7 chord. So what you do is you hit this, the A string 3rd fret with your thumb, and you pinch. So you have 2nd fret up on top. So that's C major 7. And then you go to D major like you're going to do this chord, but you leave the top note open, so it's D sus2. Then you hit this bass note, you go. You can just kind of pick randomly. The guy, J-Softs, just picks randomly too. And then you're going to go back to the beginning. So this last part though, you first hit the bass. If you're not very good at finger picking, you can get away with only using these 2 fingers. I'm using all of them because I have more experience finger picking, but really, you can just do only these 2 fingers. So. After that, he goes into like kind of intro again, but strumming. You can use a pick, or you could just, I just use my finger like this as a pick. So you're gonna do this 2-2-5, and 10-10-12, and 0-0-4. Then he just adds some little variation notes. All I'm doing for a variation is hitting 4, 5, 7. So there's the whole song again. It does kind of start to hurt your pinky after a while doing all that, but partly it's because these strings are kind of thick on nylon. But here we go. So the beginning goes. I'll do it only with these 2 fingers, assuming people aren't that good at finger picking. Strumming. It's a pretty cool song, and a lot of stuff in here is pretty standard. This I think is an E minor chord. This is C major 7. And this is just a D major chord, or D sus2. And all this stuff is real common to do with drop D. So if you have any questions about it, just let me know. I put a link to the JSOF video so you can see how he does it. You can try playing along. He just plays it, doesn't teach it. And I put a link to the tab of his version, which maybe he submitted or someone else did. It's a little bit confusing though because the bass notes don't line up. So a lot of times with tabs, you kind of just have to take the essence of the tab. Don't take it too literally because a lot of times it's a little bit off and people make mistakes. But the bass notes are kind of out of alignment, but you can see the slides and some of the other stuff. So good luck. Let me know if you have any more requests. Bye.